Premier League Brentford vs Ipswich Town prediction, team news, lineups preview. Clashing for the first time in the top flight of English football, Brentford and Ipswich Town bid to right the wrongs of last weekend at the GTEC Community Stadium on Saturday. The Bees drew first blood against Manchester United only to agonizingly lose 2-1 in game week 8, while the Tractor Boys went down 2-0 to demotion rivals Everton. Match preview. The heads of two centre-backs were the key talking points of Brentford and Man United's first 45 minutes last week, as a bloodied Matthijs de Ligt received treatment for an open wound. The Bees capitalized on their hosts being a man down as Ethan Pinnock nodded home from a corner. Erik ten Hag and co. could hardly have been more apoplectic at the situation, but the Bees were pegged back at the start of the second half through a slick Alejandro Garnacho finish, before Rasmus Højlund's cheeky chip completed a much-needed Red Devils turnaround. Defeat at Old Trafford prolonged a particular pattern for Brentford, who have now been beaten in all 4 of their Premier League away games this season. But a return to home comforts will be welcomed by the team occupying 13th place in the Premier League standings. As underwhelming as Brentford have been on the road of late, they have accrued all 10 of their top-flight points in 2024-25 at the GTEC Community Stadium, where they have scored a whopping 14 goals in 5 matches across all tournaments in the current campaign. However, if there is one slice of encouragement for the visiting crowd to take, it is that Brentford are still waiting for their first home clean sheet of the new season, and each of the Bees' last 7 matches has seen Thomas Frank's side both score and concede. Now boasting an honorary doctorate from the University of Suffolk, Kieran McKenna's Ipswich side may require open-heart surgery if they are to avoid a swift relegation back down to the second tier, as the Tractor Boys' Premier League win counter still stands at 0 after 8 attempts in 2024-25. The visit of fellow basement battlers Everton last weekend would seemingly be a prime opportunity to end their top-flight hoodoo. But instead, Sean Dyche left the happier manager after thunderous strikes from Iliman Ndiaye and Michael Keane in the first half. Now one of just 4 teams in the top flight without a single success this term, joining Crystal Palace, Wolverhampton Wanderers and Southampton in that unwanted party, Ipswich are at least the highest-ranked winless team, hovering just above the dotted line in 17th position. Nevertheless, by collecting 2 points from their 4 away fixtures in 2024-25, Ipswich have actually performed better on the road than Saturday's hosts, but the offensive statistics make for highly unpleasant reading for the newly promoted outfit. Indeed, Ipswich ranked 20th for shots 75 and shots on target 23 in the current Premier League season, ahead of a long-awaited reunion with Brentford, whom they have not crossed paths with since an April 2019 championship affair, which the Bees won 2-0 thanks to Neil Maupay and Ollie Watkins's efforts. Team news. Brentford's midfield ranks could be strengthened by the return of Mathias Jensen this weekend, as even though the Dane was unable to take on Man United, Frank affirmed last week that the signs were very positive for the Ipswich clash. Rico Henry is also inching ever closer to a competitive comeback after a serious knee injury, but he will certainly not start if he is cleared for a place in the squad, while Igor Thiago knee, Gustavo Nunes back, Aaron Hickey thigh and Josh Da Silva knee remain sidelined. Jensen may have to accept a place on the bench if he is past fit too, and Frank should only consider one alteration for the visit of McKenna's side, as Jon Wissa pushes to replace Keane Lewis Potter on the left flank. Meanwhile, the Freak Injury of the Year award undoubtedly goes to Ipswich defender Axel Tuanzebe, who almost lost his thumb in a bizarre washing-up accident at home, and the ex-Manchester United man will spend a couple of months recovering from surgery. Tuanzebe is joined in the infirmary by Jacob Greaves' hamstring, Ben Johnson unspecified, Massimo Luongo and Janoi donation, both of whom are nursing ankle injuries, but Jens Kajust knee and Ali Al-Hamadi groin might force their way into contention. McKenna also said on Thursday that his side were struggling with a few more problems ahead of the game, but he did not go into specifics. As is the case with their hosts, the majority of Ipswich's starters from the showdown with Everton should be retained. But Wes Burns did not cover himself in glory for NDI's goal and may lose his spot to Sammy Smodics. Brentford possible starting lineup: Flecken, Van den Berg, Collins, Pinnock, Ajur, Damsgaard, Janelt, Norgard, Mbumo, Shade, Wissa. Ipswich Town possible starting lineup: Murick, O'Shea, Wolfenden, Burgess, Davis, Phillips, Morsey, Smodics, Hutchinson, Clark, Delap. We say, Brentford 3-1 Ipswich Town. Brentford playing at home usually means guaranteed goals at both ends of the field, but Ipswich's attacking play has left a lot to be desired all season long. And McKenna's men should be limited to the single consolation goal, if anything at all. McKenna is also ruing the loss of a few defenders through injury, so the Bees should rediscover their sting and return to winning ways without breaking too much of a sweat. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.